Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today, as always, we're going for the top 10 banknote sales of auction houses in February. And I mean, in March, there has been some auctions. I bought a few things, and you'll see those later. But let's start later in a later video. But let's start with this, which in February, there were not so many big auctions, but there's still some things to see. Like, for example, at number 10, this Greenland banknote, pick number 7B as a remainder for 25 euro. Yeah, I mean, this one you don't see so often. It's not super expensive as a price, 1,260. Quite an interesting banknote from 1911. At number 9th, and those we don't see often here on the list, Colombia, pick 317.50 pesos. There with Simon Bolivar. This one is from 1910, so this one sold for 1,320. Italy, again, another country that you don't see so often in this list. This banknote does pop up, and you can find it on eBay, maybe not in such a good shape, although this PMG 63, you can clearly see there in the corners that there's something that is not quite a gem uncirculated, but this 25 lira from 1911, I don't find such a beautiful banknote, but it's an historic one, and this one sold for the same price, 1,320. 7th, El Salvador, Banco Occidental, so for 1 colon. So this one, an S pick in PMG 66, again heritage. There's a lot of people that collect American banknote corporation banks, and this is one of them. Interesting that in the back it has there the Seto Marathon that from December 1934, and this is from a collection, the George Thomas collection. This should be well known to most of you, the 1000 Deutsche Bank, not the last one, but the second to last series. This one is the last pick from 1980. It's not the most beautiful banknote, I have to admit, but it's something. I have two of those. A historic banknote worth more money, actually. It's not a rare banknote. These were readily available anywhere in Germany. So, but here it makes the 6th most expensive at 1,440. The 5th one, we go to Bermuda. British administration, pick 22 from the government of Bermuda. The 10-pounder, also not a banknote that is not unseen. Here at this PMG 64, 1,860. 4th most expensive one from Mauritius, an S pick for 500 pounds or $400 from the Mauritius Commercial Bank, cancelled. 2,160 and very fine. I have not much to say about these banknotes. I'm not really into the S picks, and this is definitely something very old, and yeah, I'm sure there are collectors out there for this. 3rd most expensive one, we go into the beautiful Philippines for the Victory series here, the 10 pesos, PMG 66. Again, in the US, a lot of people collecting also colonial banknotes, and of course Philippines was a colony of the US. 2nd most expensive one, and here again a banknote I had never seen before. It's another S pick. This one, a banknote from Peru, from the Company of Public and Civil Works and Development, basically, for 10 pesos. I have very little information about this banknote, but should be quite rare, as almost uncirculated, went for 2,400. And the most expensive one, again, these don't appear so often, neither on this list, not this banknote, which I only had seen in pictures until now. Costa Rica, 1941, 43, the 20 colones. There's a lot of these series that are similar. This one, 20 colones, been very fine. Still went for 3,360 in a month. Like I said, that didn't have any giant sales. This will be different now in March. Thank you very much for watching. Next week we'll have the top 10 eBay sales. Bye bye.